Boy, Funny Bone just bringing in the big names, Jackie.
Yeah, they are. You probably have, most of everybody has seen Two Broke Girls, and we have one of the stars of the show right here with us this morning.
Hi.
Hi. Which girl are you?
Yeah, I'm the third one. The estranged one that they introduced as the long lost girl in season 8.
Nice.
So I'm really waiting in the wings to
looking forward to that happening.
Yeah, me too. I haven't been on for 7 seasons. So
well, how about that? Jonathan Kite is here. He's at the Funny Bone 2 shows tonight. 2 shows tomorrow. FunnyBoneDM.com to get your tickets. You're going to want to get them before you do anything today. So we'll just log on, get your tickets, and get set to see him. It's so cool to have you here, man.
Thanks, man. And I like the. Can I say I like the way you put that? You're going to want to do that before you do anything. If you're driving and watching this, pull over.
Hey, you're texting and driving anyway, for crying out loud.
Yeah, come on. Dropping the kids off at school, it can wait.
But it's great. We were learning a little bit more about you. People see you on the TV program, but we're trying to dive a little bit deeper into what you're all about. You are originally from the Chicago area.
Skokie, Illinois.
Skokie, Illinois, northwest side of the city, yep.
Yeah, I love it. My family's still there in the house that I grew up in.
Really?
Yeah, so it's awesome. I mean, I get to, going home is actually going home for me, which is nice. I've been in LA for like 12 years, so it's great. It's wonderful.
So which way on the Edens Expressway do you have to travel when you get off the Edens Expressway, east or west?
I have to go east.
East, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I always fly into O'Hare because it's super close. My brother flies into Midway, and I fly. We're like a family divided. We never fly into the same airport. Can't do it.
But how is that? You're from Skokie is a little suburb of Chicago, in case you haven't figured that out. What's it like going from that area and how how local and how small a community that is to where you are now?
I mean, it's there's actually a great theater there called the Northlight Theater, which is right where I grew up, and it's great. I mean, I think it was a great environment to grow up in. You know, the great comedy scene in Chicago and the great theater scene, Steppenwolf, Goodman, stuff like that. I went to school in state, the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, so it was a pretty good transition.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just we didn't have as much smog in Illinois, but that was probably the only thing.
Is this your true love, doing stand-up comedy? Is that how you kind of got your start?
I didn't. I've only been doing stand-up for a few years.
Oh, really?
I've been doing acting for most of it, and I came out to LA 12 years ago to act. And then so we have summers off. The way the show works, you know, you do a season and it works like the school calendar. So you have the summers off. And so one summer I just decided to pick it up and see if I could keep
Really?
going
What made
with
you want to do that? Just were you at an open mic, or what happened?
I think, you know, when you think about the things that you wish you had done with your life, I think the biggest, not excuse, but deterrent is time. That you just don't have the time to do it. And because you're under contract that you know you're going to be back, which is a blessing in August to start the 2nd season, I just had so much time and I thought, why not start now?
There you go.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, like, what was your first joke, or what did you start doing when you got on stage?
Oh my God. My first joke on stage, I think I did this joke about, so I could do impressions.
Okay.
And so I did a joke about, which I still do today, but it's slightly tweaked, about like Mark Wahlberg being out of breath. I think that was but the first actual joke that I told on stage was, this guy did a Die Hard joke, that he went before me, and I said, does anybody think that movie is interesting, that all of the Germans are very specifically German and stereotypical, except Hans Gruber, who was played by Alan Rickman, who was British, you know, he plays Snape on Harry Potter, and I was like, he was so good and just seems like he has that attitude that they were just like, you know, listen, Alan, we love you for this part, my man, but he's going to be German, and he was like, I don't think so. I'll play him exactly how I want to play him. And they're like, all right, cool, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds... Like the dialogue coach is like, can we try the German? No. Okay, cool. I'll be over here, man. If you need me, I'll be at craft service, just having a bagel. So, and I never really thought about that. This guy had made a Die Hard joke before I went on, and so I love that movie, and that just kind of popped in.
Nice. Okay. That's how you started your career as a stand-up?
That's how I started my career as a stand-up. Yeah, it was fun.
Did you do a lot of improv as an actor first, or?
I did. I was on an improv team that was we had a pretty decent run in Los Angeles. They do a competition, a cage match competition of sorts, and so like it's like Thunderdome from Mad Max. Like 2 teams enter in 1 team, and so we would compete every every week, and we won 52 weeks in a row.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then we retired.
Wow.
It was crazy, which was great because it was with people that I loved. It was like it was myself and 5 other guys, like a real band of brothers.
Right.
And so we had to do it every week, rain or shine. And so I think that probably helped prepare me to put myself in scenarios to write. Yeah, I did that for a while before I had gotten to Broke Girls. So, you know, our team was together, I think, for a couple years, and then we ended our run just before Two Broke Girls started.
Wow.
Now, before Two Broke Girls, what did you envision yourself doing then?
Oh, man. I mean, my father envisioned me to be a plumber. My father...
Steady work, good pay.
That's what he said.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
I think every parent of an actor kind of says that. Like, what can you do that's steady?
No, what are you going to do for
Yeah.
a job? No, really.
That's what, well, you know what's funny? He says, I think even today, I said if I ever came out with a comedy album, I would call it My Father Always Wanted Me to Be a Plumber.
That'd be a great title.
Good title. I like it.
That's it, yeah. And I'd probably have maybe the crack.
I say that.
And then over it would say censored.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I envisioned. You know, the cool thing about LA is there's so many opportunities to do so many stuff. You know, you can kind of pick and choose a little bit.
Right.
You know, I think that I always loved doing comedy, but I have a stage background, so I've done a ton of drama and Shakespeare and stuff. So I think it was one of these things where I'd kind of see what was available to me, and then just take my shot at whatever kind of came my way.
Well,
Nice.
it seems to be working okay.
Yeah, thanks.
So far, yeah, it's working okay.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad, for the great advice.
We do have some tickets to go to the show tonight. And if you want some tickets, pick up your phone right now. 283-2323. 283-2323. Operators standing by. We'll get a bunch of people hooked up to go to the show later on tonight.
Awesome.
You're sticking around. We will be right back. You're watching Great Day live and